I'm going to take you on a tour of the herb pot garden on the sunny patio part of the property. I've got lots of herbs growing here. I've just built the pots up over the years. It's about 3 years old now, and a lot of these plants I just started with one of and then worked out how to multiply them out. So in this pot here, you can see here there's some chamomile, bay tree in the middle, not doing so well, and then some rosemary either side here and up here. There's actually a bit of thyme in there as well. Here we've got some parsley, plenty of space in that pot for some extra stuff, maybe some basil once it gets a bit warmer. And then here I've planted a blackcurrant bush and lots of parsley at its base. Here is a bay tree, and at the base of it we've got some common thyme, and that plant towards the back, it's a purple sprouting broccoli, hasn't done too well. Got some empty pots here to put some more plants out when the weather gets a bit better, things like tomatoes, chilies, basil. Got lots of things growing in seed, and some varieties of lettuce as well. There's another bay tree there, and it's got some strawberry plants at its base. Interestingly, there's 6 strawberry plants there, and over here I've built a strawberry tower, and I've been able to fit 28 plants in that, so that's going to be really interesting to see how that goes. I might build another tower as well, so stay tuned for that. And in here we've got some oregano just starting to come up, and in these smaller pots there I've put in some mint, so that's good for keeping pests away. The scent of the mint can help to mask the other things and help as a bit of an insecticide. This is a pot of broadleaf thyme, so that's growing really well and really overflowing the pot. And originally that one took some root cuttings from this one and planted them up late last year, and it's done much better, much more prolific. This one's the original plant. You can see here it just spreads, and if you pull it up you can find bits of root. Here we go, there's the root. You just cut that off and then replant it, you get new plants. Here we've got some mix of lemon thyme here and here, common thyme, and some lovely rosemary there. That's one of my better ones. Got some parsley in there, and this one is purple sprouting broccoli. It was planted last March, April, and it's taken a full year to mature and start giving me a crop, so I don't know if I planted that at the wrong time or if I'll do that one again, but we'll see. It's just starting to shoot now. Actually, you can see some of the purple sprouts coming up. I've topped this one to try and encourage some of the side shoots to come out. Here we've got a pot of garlic and some lemon thyme in there. Got a bay there with some oregano at the bottom, really starting to come up now. Some lemon thyme. All of the lemon thymes you see around these pots actually originally came from this one. Like the broadleaf thyme, you just find a place where it's rooted at its base, just in there. You can pull that up there and just cut it off and replant it, so that's really easy to multiply. In here we've got some rosemary and some common thyme, and this common thyme has actually rooted back there, so I'm going to pull that up, cut it off and put it into another pot. So I'm just going to keep multiplying them out. In the first pot I showed you there was a clump of chamomile, so earlier on in the year I've taken a clump very similar to that next to it and pulled out each individual plant, and I've put them around this big pot. Got 35 plants from it. We'll see how that goes, see if it flowers, and what you do is nip off the flowers, and when they're just opened you can make tea with them. You can dry them and keep them for later. So a bit of companion planting in there, some mint coming up, and this one's a lemon thyme. So from that original plant I showed you, there were 1, 2, 3 root cuttings I took last year, put them in here, and they've really grown out. Another pot there to put some chilies and tomatoes and lettuce in. So in this section I've got the strawberry tower. It's got 9 holes at the top, free to put some more plants in, maybe some strawberries or more strawberries or chilies, or we'll see what goes in there. This rosemary we inherited with the house, and it was doing really badly. It had just been in a pot for 10 years I think, and there wasn't any soil left, just roots, so I've repotted that last year. It didn't do much, but hopefully this year it'll put on a real load of recovery. Be interesting to see how that develops. And here we've got a bay, and it's in a much smaller pot, and you can see what it's done with its roots a bit more bound. You see all those stems started to send up suckers. And what I could do is take that bay out of the pot completely and slice off the stems and repot those, and they should have their own little root system each, and that's how you can multiply bay. There's some more lemon thyme in there, same as the other pot, 3 plants that have really established and grown out just from the end of last year really. And some more lemon thyme. Got an empty pot there for some things to go in, and a water butt I use to collect the rain to help water the plants. And that's the pot garden. So by the time we get into later into the spring and into the summer, it's really prolific, and you can get an awful lot of herbs out of that. And for a lot of them I will cut them and dry them and then make my own dry herb mix, so it's just easier to grab when you're inside. And I'll just keep multiplying them out, maybe build some more towers, and just build slowly on it.